Hey guys, welcome back to the PC Shack, and today I thought I'd do a little bit of a beginner's quick tips guide to Dust 2 and Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And I plan on doing more maps in the future, but I figured the point of this mini-series would just be to just give tips for beginners that don't require all of the hard like jump spots and stuff, like there's one here, and like the hard nades that you have to do to succeed, because really none of that applies when you're in game and in the moment. So these are just a few quick strategies that work for me and I'm currently golden over 3, so if they work for me, they're probably going to work for you too. Okay, so the first tip for CT side is if you have a smoke, you can throw it up at this window, walk forward a bit, and if you wait for that to pop and wait about here, you can literally just walk straight through into tunnels without being seen, pull out your gun, and just spray any of the terrorists that happen to be coming B. This is a really great strategy for second round, so if you win pistol round, you can buy an SMG and you can come up here, because usually the terrorists will want to be doing like an eco B rush or something if they lose first round, and you'll have the upper advantage because you have the SMG. So that's a really good way to earn cash second round. And you can also watch short from this position too once you've taken that. You can do this in later rounds with like an M4 or an AWP. Come up here, you can get a pick or two with an AWP there, and then sit here and watch short. So yeah, it's a really great position. Okay, so the second tip that I have for counter-terrorists is to, when you decide to play long, if you want to play long, just run down here, put a smoke down like that, and you can get a friend. If you have a friend that you're playing with, this really only applies to if you're playing with 2 people, you can just get them to throw another smoke like that. And you guys can walk straight down into pit and just, you know, spray at them like that. Now I find that if you're in pit you have a good advantage, because you can be playing anywhere along this wall and surprise them if they come to try to jump down on you. Now I'm not guaranteeing this is going to work for you, but it's worked for me quite a bit, and I'm only in like the gold nova stages, so if you're below that it should work. And especially if there's 2 of you that move down into pit, it's going to be extremely hard for them to beat you. And there's also a good strat for pistol rounds. Or you can opt for a pistol round to just, you know, both of you chuck a nade in at once, and if any terrorists are pushing into bedroom, they're instantly all just going to get tagged by this double grenade and get super low. Okay, and my third tip for counter-terrorists is to, when you're playing B, just throw a smoke. Just block off this tunnel area completely, and if they decide to push through that smoke, they're going to be disoriented coming out, and they won't have as much time to react to where you're standing. So you don't have to be standing at these doors, but I generally like standing here, because if you're like, say, here, I mean, this is also a good spot, but if you're playing here, like, you have no options to escape, like, you're stuck in here. Whereas if you're playing door, you can just back out if you need to, wait for the team to rotate. But anyway, I'd just recommend just completely smoking off this area until you have intel of where they are. Throw a couple of nades in if you want as well. But I like playing door because you can rotate to A fast, you can, you know, stuff like that. But it's always good not to rotate straight away, because you never know if there's going to be like a lurker, or maybe bomb could be with someone in tunnels, and your team calls long, and you give up B site thinking that no one's there, and they can just sneak straight on. So it's always good to just wait until you have intel of where all 5 of them are. Okay, now for my T-side tips. So usually at the start of the round, I'll always just smoke off mid doors. Like, I'll see how many cross, and by the time that smoke pops, you should have seen how many have crossed. Now this is pretty much what I did for the T side. Like, but if you're terrorists, it's always good to just smoke this off as well, because I like hugging this left wall and then sort of spraying in tunnels and stuff, just to see if anyone's done what I previously stated you could do, where you smoke and then run through into tunnels. Okay, and if you don't want to waste your smoke on just smoking mid doors, what you can do is you can get a teammate to throw it, so your teammate can smoke it, and then you can walk down this left wall, make sure no one's short, and then an easy way to allow your teammates to get like a long short without being AWP'd from mid or like hit from tunnels, like there could be someone standing there, is you sort of just stand around here and just get that on that box, and then it gives you a free route into short. Okay, so assuming you're a terrorist and you've made it to short and you haven't used your smoke yet at mid, just say that you've made it here. And this really only applies, like, it's really only guaranteed to work if you have, like, people pushing long and they smoke off this crossover bit. And what you can do is you can come up to this box and just, you know, just lay down a smoke like that. Make sure that you're not peeking out too much. And then you can just drop down into CT. You might take a bit of damage unless you just drop straight off here. And you just spray CT. If this isn't smoked, there might be someone standing like right here or like on this corner here. Or they might be playing long. But it's a good spot to just drop down into CT and get the jump on anyone that might be here. And it's also an effective way of pushing into A because you can jump down and then come around and take A. Okay, another good tip for T side is just an aggressive mid push. Say you have like full mid control and stuff. You just, you know, do a simple flash over the top here. And that's gonna land about here. That can flash. That's gonna flash the people watching from this angle here. And so it's also gonna flash like anyone just like playing from like basic here or something. And you can easily just push out with a P90 or whatever gun. It's also very like risk versus reward. Like if you maybe kill an AWP here or something, it's a free round win, but it's a risk versus reward. It's more of an eco tactic. I'll call it that. And also, if you're trying to do a mid to B rush, and assuming you've got mid smoked, like that, you can stand right here-ish, so in line with the Xbox here, in this shadow. You can aim in between these two things, about halfway, and that will land. Should land around here. It'll give them like a bit of a gap, but you can just sort of hug this left wall and you can still get into B relatively easily. You just gotta watch that counter-terrorists can actually see your head as you're coming up here and possibly snipe you if they've got an AWP, so you gotta just maybe do a little jump or something. But that's worked for me a few times. And finally for T side, this one's worked many times for me. You come to about here and you walk as far as you can up against here, so you're up against it. You sort of just aim a little bit right to that flap and you just throw, and that is going to land right here. So any AWPer, any counter-terrorist AWPer that's standing here is not going to have any intel or any clue that you're coming. Well, he can hear you, but he'll have to back off. So it's gonna give you access to this long A. And he can peek around here, but that's giving him like a massive disadvantage having no cover. And assuming that's smoked, so once you've done the smoke from there, you can walk in at sort of like this angle and throw a flashbang out like that, or you can just walk and then throw it directly upwards. And then you'll see that that is going to explode everywhere. So everyone here is going to get flashed. So if there's any counter-terrorist that's walked past this smoke and tried to get into pit, they're going to be flashed. You're going to be able to come in here and take them out, because they'll be trapped. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope that some of these tips will greatly help you in matchmaking. And they've definitely helped me, but there's no guarantees that they're going to work for you. It takes a bit of practice to execute them right. And it really just comes down to your aim. And like, you can execute them perfectly, but you're still not going to be able to win if you can't shoot the people. So try focus on getting your aim better. Hop into some deathmatch servers and stuff like that, and try out these tips and give me feedback on what you think of them. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm starting a TeamSpeak 3 server at 50 subscribers, so you guys can look forward to that, and we can all play games together on it and talk and chat and chill and stuff. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.